Hello mọi người, hôm nay mình đã quay trở lại. Nói chung là xong việc xong một phát là mình phải quay trở lại game ngay. Bởi vì game cuốn quá mọi người ạ. Hôm qua nếu như mà không phải là mình chơi game quá muộn thì mình cũng đã cố gắng chơi hết game rồi đấy. Game này rất là cuốn, thà đảm bảo nó được rating rất cao ở trên Steam. Thì bây giờ chúng ta sẽ cùng gọi là đi tiếp. Thì theo như mình tìm hiểu sau khi chơi ngày hôm qua xong ấy, thì game này là mình sẽ gọi là cố gắng là search hết cái dữ liệu. Thì những cái ô màu xanh là những cái ô mà mình đã tìm được dữ liệu rồi và mình đã xem rồi. Có những cái ô trống thì mình là những cái ô mà mình chưa xem, là những cái clip mà mình chưa xem. Thì bây giờ là nhiệm vụ của mình là mình phải xem hết để gọi là biết được toàn bộ câu chuyện ấy. Thì hôm qua là đây là những cái từ mà mình đã tra này. Thì mình có thể dựa vào đây để xem là từ nào mình đã tra rồi và từ nào mình chưa tra. Và bao giờ mà mình xem được coi như là gần như kín hết những cái database này của cái dữ liệu, của cái cơ sở dữ liệu này, thì cứ là mình sẽ hết game. Ok, thì chung là hôm qua thì chúng ta đã biết được là sẽ đã có hai nhân vật, Eve và Hannah là hai chị em sinh đôi. Thì Eve là sống với không vì một lý do nào đấy thì bảo mẫu, một bà mẫu tên là Florence thì đã tách Eve ra khỏi với gia đình mẹ đẻ của cô là Hannah, và bố mẹ của Hannah. Sau đấy thì Eve sống với Florence, và khi mà Florence mất thì Eve quay trở về sống với Hannah ở trên cái tầng thượng, ở trên cái tầng gác mái của ngôi nhà. Và hai chị em là thay nhau luân phiên, gọi là tráo đổi với nhau đấy. Cũng không biết là mình đã tra được là, và hai chị em là kiểu giữ một quyển nhật ký để kiểu thay đổi với nhau. Chưa có đây. Sau đấy thì hai người là cùng nhau hẹn hò với Simon. Và Hannah thì thích Simon và không muốn chia sẻ với Eve nữa. Và mình nghĩ là đấy là bắt đầu của việc rạn nứt tình cảm giữa hai chị em. Sau đấy thì vì Hannah có thai nên là Simon thì mới tổ chức đám cưới với Hannah. Eve thì vẫn sống ở nhà bố mẹ đẻ, nhưng mà hình như là cũng rất là khó, bởi vì là Eve thì cuộc sống thì dựa vào việc thay đổi chỗ với, hoán đổi chỗ với Hannah. Mà bây giờ Hannah là chuyển ra ngoài và lấy chồng rồi, thì cũng cảm giác như là mặc dù chưa nói, Eve chưa hề nói trong các cái clip phỏng vấn mình tìm được, nhưng mà cảm giác của mình là Eve cuộc sống rất là gọi là không được như xưa nữa, mất phương hướng. Còn từ gì nữa không nhỉ? Keep có rồi này. Còn từ nào mà mình chưa ấy nhỉ? Từ rock à? Rock thì mình cũng xem rồi. Peter, Sarah. Ở đây có cái gì đây?
I would have been a good mother.
Mother.
I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah.
Sarah.
Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Ok, bây giờ mình sẽ là sorry Sarah cũng không có này. Why Anna, Ava, why 6 clip.
Well, she has a knife. She's been cooking, I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal, She's his wife. And he's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him because he's ill. That's why she's sad. Because he's ill and he might die. It's kind of a sad story, so I'm not sure how it ends.
Rồi mình sẽ tắt tạm cái này đi. Hình như là hôm trước là mình đã describe là cái con này là con gì? If. Ok. Describe. Story. Hình như là có cái knife gì đấy nhá. À đây. Đây là if này.
Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that. My reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. Oh, TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
Đây là if describe her childhood. Có vẻ như là cuộc sống rất là ở nhà. Scissors. Không có. Đây.
Childhood sweetheart.
Đây là Hannah này.
Something like that. Are you married, detective?
Clip này cũng có nhiều.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull our Hannah's to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. She almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snuck a frozen piece up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies was synchronised anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
Wow. Tại vì là nó đến về period ấy, nên là
I think
mình
it was that time, the first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right? His fucking magic sperm. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
okay. How if got pregnant? Infertile.
I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications. Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile. Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then
nó cứ có những cái đấy làm tôi sợ quá đi mất thôi. Có một vài cái về story.
Yes, like a story. A beginning, a middle, and an end.
Không hiểu nói chuyện gì mà tự dưng lại.
Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to take a story? It's a real life fairy tale.
À đây là lúc mà cái con Eve kể về Florence. Ok. Wow. Nhiều keyword fairy tale quá ha.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. How many of these in colour? And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. You know? Plus he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
Từ từ. Đây là ai ta? If. So if. Từ từ. Which one? Which one is if?
Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me. Life isn't.
Ok. Cái sẽ là if. Trò này sẽ thấy được khả năng trình độ tiếng Anh của mình rất gà.
Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories. Okay, sounds weird. I'm not great at making up stories.
Hình như là mình được nhiều hơn đúng không? Wow. Cái này ra nhiều quá ha.
Let me see. Yes. I drove in here because I remember, well, I went over the river. And then there was a church there. Yeah. And I probably parked, well, I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street. There it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. There.
Đó là nói về cái hôm mà con này nó lái xe đến Glasgow.
I don't know if anyone really changes. You just become more yourself. Simon was my prince, and that hasn't changed. There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Hình như bà Diana này được nhắc mấy lần rồi ấy. Cũng chẳng quan trọng lắm. À, có thêm một cái mới này.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper and dressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
Từ gì nữa nhỉ? Ở đây. Wow, từ bút này.
Yeah, when I was at school, I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there. My
Đây là
mom
như
worked
kiểu
there before I was born.
Google search.
I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till. He's fine to me. As long as it's black and strong, I'm good. A cup of tea would be good, thanks. Just 1 sugar.
Tôi bắt đầu bí từ rồi. Này. Đây.
So I moved out. Got a small bed set. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings. So I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist. I haven't been into work. I guess I've just been waiting, ready to hear from you, hear from my husband. She's crying, I guess. She's sad because she thought she saw her husband with another woman.
Không biết ông Simon yêu ai
It's
nhỉ?
okay.
Trong hai
Because
người
she
này.
finds out it wasn't her husband, it was his brother.
Vậy?
And so it's fine.
Chuyện cô thích gì vậy? Wow. Ok là có tiếng nhiều từ.
Okay. I'll try my best to remember.
Có những cái đoạn clip mà nó rất là vô bổ vô thường.
Okay. I've given blood before. Do you need to take that few records? No, it's okay. The other detective has just gone to get me one.
Wow, hình như là cái này nó nhiều màu hơn là lúc trước.
Fine. I've never had my fingerprints taken before. I once put my hand on the oven.
Ồ, đây. Cái ngày mùng 2 tháng 7 này là mình chưa có nhiều clip này. Mình gọi là mình chỉ có xem một clip về cái ngày mùng 2 tháng 7 này thôi ý.
Really? Go on then. Take the cup. Run your fingerprints. They'll match. Fucking do it. Fingerprints. Yes, yeah. I would have cleaned them. I changed the sheets too. With the fingerprints in all those places. Could they have been my parents' fingerprints? I'm not sure how long they last for, but is that possible?
Evidence mình search rồi đúng không? Chết. Spell sai. Đây, plus là mình có thêm vài cái nữa.
Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. Blood. It's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut.
Wow, cái ngày mùng 3 tháng 7 này rất nhiều những cái
There was a lot of blood.
information tốt nha.
Instead, like I said before, it was 3, something like that.
Living room. Ok. Is, mình toàn ép những cái về cái ngày đấy thôi ý.
She was sat behind him.
Hannah là cái đứa giết người.
She had my wig on. And she'd been there all day. And she had blood on her. And she was in shock. In the bedroom, that can't be right. In the bedroom,
Wick thì được nhiều hơn đúng không? Nhạc hay quá.
no. I was 15. Carl was older, 17, I think.
Carl là ai ha?
I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved.
Sorry.
Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once. It's stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
Mình chưa tra family. Hold on. Nhạc hay vãi.
Family. So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon.
Đây, có vài video clip về Carl đây.
Was he my first? No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit, but he was sexy. We were 15.
Ok.
Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon.
Wow. This is too much information. My goodness, too much information, man.
I left the next day, Saturday. I slept for a few hours in the car. And when I woke up, I came straight back. Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up. I got back to the house and Simon wasn't there. And excuse me. Is there a bin?
Okay, it seems like it's Eve. Đúng không?
I wouldn't say that. It could be passionate. It's just, it was more than that. It wasn't just sex like I had been with the other boys.
Ồ. Không hiểu mấy cái từ keyword này là nó phải rất là đúng cái từ đấy. Uầy, có 9 à?
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private? Are you married? How is your sex life? So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage.
Mình chưa xa từ này đúng không? Partner. Couple. Ở đây.
Couple stuff. Stupid argument. Nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to. Good. Happy. I mean, ups and downs like any couple, I guess, but we've been married for over 10 years. It was late, early Saturday morning. A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house. In his throat. How? Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present, another mirror, just like the one he'd given her earlier.
Wait, hold on.
That unique present.
Simon is such a jerk.
She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
Nhưng không hiểu là cái con if này nói có đúng không ấy. Như là mình ấy mirror rồi.
The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. Haven't looked at it since. Silver leaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
Reflection. Ok, mình có antique.
She was sat behind him. Blood.
Cái từ trước cái từ này là gì ta? Throat. Hình như mình viết sai rồi hay sao ấy. Antique. The reflection.
Yes. The first time we saw each other, it was strange. We both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection.
Mm-hmm.
The reflection was staring back. I think I was 5. It was my birthday. My reflection was wearing a party hat and waving. I knew what party hats were from books. And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday. I waved back and
It's quite sad.
we just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements. I wanted to see my reflection. I thought that if I touched her, something would happen. We would become one. One girl. The fairy tale was over, the witch was dead, and I'd be restored to my rightful place.
cái bà foreign này kiểu phá hại cả một thế hệ trẻ. Wow, present có nhiều quá ha.
It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present. From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up and he made me birthday breakfast of Eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday, then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. It turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left. Back 8 years back. It was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
Phải đã, từ này cũng ra được một cái video.
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
Yêu, kinh quá, chị gây thơ vô số tội quá. Trời ơi, ti cũng ra được một đống từ này.
Could I have a cup of tea? Maybe a fresh cup of tea?
Wow, nhanh quá ha. Mình đã check được khá khá rồi đấy. Rồi, tiếp tục. Sunday xem một từ gì không? Không có. Weekend. Rồi. Work thì nó ra nhiều lần đầu.
Yeah. Well, they have one for the glaziers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. It's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle. No. I'm not sure what strange would be, but it hasn't been acting odd. It's been busy at work, but nothing too stressful. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else was said.
Helen is who?
He likes Helen. He likes boys. No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way. Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
Hình như đây là cái phần trước của bài hát.
You want me to play something? I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay? Something needs tuning. tradition of Barlow. Actually, that's a good story.
Two sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and so they both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain, but he only cared for the youngest one. Oh, the dreadful wind. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain, with a pretty little face and her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. So she pushed her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain watched her as she slowly drowned. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swan. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
Interesting.
No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf. Yes. Yeah, it's my guitar.
Mình sẽ tra từ này trước. Từ xem lại cái này.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was a relationship.
Mình lại tịt rồi.
Yeah. I pulled over and slept in the car. This was just by the side of the road. I was exhausted.
Ừ.
I sleep on the right side of the bed as you come in from the door. You can tell because I have 2 pillows and he just has 1. Simon was very moral about that sort of thing. He wouldn't just walk out there and sleep with anyone. He wasn't that kind of guy. He took his marriage very seriously.
Ừ.
I think when I drove back it was about 8 or something. And I got back to the house about 3. I think so. I mean, to get into our garden, we'd have to climb through other gardens. All the gardens back onto each other, so you'd have to climb over 1, 2, 3 gardens to get to ours. I mean, did anyone see anything? Did anyone see anyone come and go? An intruder? I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. He said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the 2 of us, there's always been pressure. Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear and she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom and seconds later out came Hannah, dressed and ready. Mum was amazed. Mum and Dad never knew what was going on. We got so good at it. We were so in sync that we'd use each other to cheat. If one of us had a hangover, the other one would go to school. Whoever was best at a subject would sit the exam. There were lots of differences between us. Some things one is better than the other at. I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the Glaziers. No, everyone loved Simon. He's a glazier, he doesn't have much money. I mean, I don't know. don't know. Sure, I think. I do all the bills and paperwork and handle all the money stuff, so it should be easy for me to find. Do you want them dropped off to you? If you put me on You've Been Framed, I want the money. Not drugs. I mean, he drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but doesn't have any kind of drinking. God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone follows him back from the pub. But why would he let them in? Doesn't make sense.
Tôi lại bí rồi. Sắp xong rồi. 6, 7, 8, 9, 11.
A long time. We got married when I was 17. Bruise? Oh yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. We hurt like hell. Suicide? No. I mean, he would never do anything like that. He is not the kind of person to do anything like that. I mean, to hurt himself? No. I mean, I don't know. Something must have happened to him on his way home. He could be hurt. I mean, why hasn't he phoned? I don't know. Hurt someone? Yes. But everyone thinks that from time to time, right? You just want to lash out. They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But I mean, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them.
Ồ. Poison anh không biết đúng không?
At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I didn't. Yes. I thought about telling Hannah. I felt guilty after the kiss. But then it began to feel like this was the way it should be. Sharing, like we had before. He never mentioned her to me. There was the Simon with me and the Simon with her. It was almost like it was a different Simon. But nothing else happened that night. We talked, then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing in the bar again, and there he was. And again the next week, he offered to buy me a meal. I told him I had already eaten, and so I got chips and ate them on the beach instead. When we said goodbye, he asked me to kiss him. Romantic. After the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house, to our parents' house, to their house. So, it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people. He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me. I almost burst out laughing. Are you sure? What would you be doing in Oxford if there was no conference? I remember calling him. He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar. He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream. I told her it was one of my boyfriends, someone I had met in the bar. I think she was happy, but I could tell she was thinking, why couldn't it happen to her and Simon? They were the ones with the real life. Why not them? Well, there you go. How many kids?
Wow, almost there, almost there.
She sent him out of the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice, but I wasn't sure what it was. She called me sister on the phone. She never calls me that.
Wow, something happened. Something must has happened.
My sister is gone. And she's never coming back.
Từ gì nữa đây mọi người ơi? Kids talking.
Yes, I'll take a lie detector test. I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work? My name. That was the only question I failed. The lie detector works. must think it's very cool that their dad is a police detective.
That
I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time. I was depressed, was still pretty sick of the STD. When I came down one morning, they were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick and thrown up a lot. And I slept through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. He used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognise them. And there's no way you would have picked death caps. But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic. There was a conference, something to do with double glazing in Oxford.
Trời ơi, từ gì nữa đây? Từ gì nữa chứ ta? Khó quá ha. Ôi, cuối cùng thì cũng có một từ.
Please find Simon. I love him so much.
Mình đã tra từ love chưa nhỉ?
Just the one sugar. Thanks. Is that kind of recording?
Sau mới đâu tôi.
Black no sugar. Thanks.
Thì như là Hannah thì thích sweet và light.
Yes, this is it. He made it himself. It's a special one-off. He made it. He decorated it. That's his thing. Where did you find it?
Mình đang kiểu không biết từ nào nữa. Think. Đây.
Is that camera recording?
Khó quá. Bao nhiêu từ rồi? Sắp xong rồi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21. Cho gì nữa ta? Đây.
Yes, it was a cremation for the best. We both wore black and had veils, so it was easy. And after the funeral, everyone came back to the house. Hannah served up sandwiches, and I stayed out of sight.
Chắc là nói về lễ tang lễ của bố mẹ. Ôi.
You must be desperate for leads if you're getting hung up over 6-month-old speeding tickets. remember the ticket, of course. I paid it without telling Simon. Didn't want to get told off. And they put points in the licence.
Ai, trời ơi, khổ quá. Ngồi nghĩ xem là còn cái từ gì không ta. Yes.
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
2, 4. Vai, sugar có tận 5 entry. Rồi. Còn từ nào mình chưa tìm thấy được không nhỉ? Đây.
Yeah, I guess. You I'm quite a private person and I didn't want to get into the detail of the argument. What about us? Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
Trời ơi, tôi vẫn còn một số từ mình chưa tìm ra. Ồ, đây.
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window. She's sad. She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out.
Còn từ gì mình chưa tìm nữa không nhỉ? Rapunzel. Ra hết rồi. Oh, yeah.
Can I leave? Are you going to arrest me?
Arrest.
No. They'd laugh you out of the building. A lawyer would make mincemeat of you.
Có vẻ hơi bị intense ha.
Yes, I understand my rights. No, I don't need a lawyer.
Trước đây là con Hannah này, còn đây là con Eva này.
Yes, no lawyer. What are you going to arrest me for?
Yes.
This is a nice of them. This is where you take people when it's time to arrest them.
Toàn mấy cái clip gọi là rất là kiểu
You arrest someone who doesn't exist.
exist. Thử tra từ này xem nào. What? Có thật đấy hả?
No, I'm okay. Fuck. Are you arresting me? No. Fuck off. Open this door.
Từ gì nữa ta? Yes, 35 entry. Guilty and innocent. Đây.
I can take this stuff off now. Did I prove I'm innocent?
Wow, mình nghĩ là cái dòng này chính là cái ngày này mình biết được nhiều phết. Suspect mình tìm chưa? Rồi. Anyone 7 entry. Everyone. Đây.
No. I mean, everyone loves Simon. He was so nice to everyone. He loves me.
Rồi sao? Wow, đây. Cái dòng này nó đã full rồi. Xem garden nào. Đủ hết rồi. Đo. Ôi, đo vẫn còn một cái bị thừa.
Yeah, I had to let myself in. The door locks if it swings too.
Lock.
Yes, I always pull it shut and then lock the bigger lock with the key.
Key.
No, I don't think it was. I turned the key, but it was already unlocked.
Photo chưa? Photo rồi. Còn gì nữa không? This is bullshit. Đây.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
Ôi, gì đây?
No, he wasn't wearing his wedding ring.
Ôi, từ propose. Ủa, tại sao cái chỗ này nó có nhiều vậy ha? Ôi.
Sorry. Yeah, I get it. Yes.
Không phải. Mình đang kiểu desperate. Tại sao? Có mấy cái từ này thôi. Mấy cái này chắc là cái từ nó khó hơn đấy. Reason, cause, result, outcome, pay, special, what the hell? Cái hôm nào là cái hôm mà mình lawyer. Thôi, tình hình là thế này là mình sẽ phải tìm đến sự trợ giúp của chị Google thôi. Đây, mùng 2 tháng 7 là cái hôm mà mình ít tìm ra nhất. Tìm được hết rồi mà. Còn cái từ nào Lamentary. Ở đây.
Well, I don't know. I probably had to pop out and get something. That's why I was speeding. And that wouldn't have been noted on my timesheet. But I really can't remember back to February.
Rồi. Ok, vậy là tức là mình đang còn thiếu ở cái này hả? Là mùng 1 tháng 7. Mùng 1 tháng 7. Ok. Sorry mọi người, mình đang nhìn cheat sheet ha. Tattoo rồi nè. Children.
You have children?
Hình như là cái này nó bị lộn xộn á, nó không giống nhau ấy. Photo. Love. Và kiểu như là có những cái mà mình phải xem nhiều cái video thì mới
Cute.
mở
You must love them very much.
mở ra cái
What ages are they?
cái video clip mới. Ok.
No. Simon wasn't seeing another woman.
Rồi. Another 6 cái. Thấp quá. Cố lên. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 11 11 cái nữa. Vậy được một cái nữa rồi, yeah.
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that.
Đâu rồi? Yes. Trời ơi. Mình literally là đang kiểu run through cái list ấy để xem là có những cái nào mà mình chưa tìm được. Tại sao mà cái này nó vẫn còn rất nhiều ha? Match. nickname rồi. Xem nào. Này, mình mà kiểu search hết cái này mà nó không ra được thì chắc là không ai có thể tìm được hết tất cả các cái clip này ở đây. Như kiểu 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cái clip cuối cùng là như kiểu super khó đấy. Không có cái từ nào cả. Không có từ nào cả. Weird. Rồi. Which woman? Thôi, khó quá. 4 cái cuối cùng thật sự là mình không biết làm thế nào để có thể ra được. Last 10 clip of her story. Mình chắc chắn mình đã xem tất cả cái list trong từ điển rồi ấy, mà không tìm ra được. Thử. Uầy, 10 cái file cuối này siêu khó ấy. Mình đang xem ở trên mạng xem là có gọi là gì nhỉ? How to get the last 10 clips of her story game. Đây, đã có những cái tag pitch rồi, close rồi, color. Ok, mình lại tìm được một cái list khác. Bây giờ chúng ta sẽ thử tiếp. Không thể dừng ở đây được. Không được. Camera rồi, close. Cool. XEM. Fast. Frame. Đây. Lại được thêm một cái nữa rồi, yes. Trời ơi, cảm
What
giác
kind of hairs?
Easter egg thật là vui. Oh, yes, lại được thêm một cái nữa rồi. Lasted Magic Six Snack rồi này. Understand Us. Cái từ này là từ mà Đức. Even. Trời, nó có nhiều từ mà. Hết cái list này mà không có chuyện gì xảy ra chắc là thôi, mình sẽ dừng ở đây. Palin mà. Đúng rồi, cái từ này có những cái từ mà nó rất là weird. Ví dụ palindrome này, pillow, private, many, proof, sin, sounding, speeding, sound, ten, test, what. Rồi, affair, around, không có gì. As, children, con, rock, rồi. Này, tại sao lại cái nâu này nó lại trong ngoặc nhỉ? Oh, oh my god.
No.
Oh my god.
No.
Đây chính là những cái từ mà mình tìm mãi. Mình tìm mãi, hóa ra là phải viết trong ngoặc kép mọi người ơi. Trời ơi, it's
No.
my fucking quá. Từ từ xem nào. Rồi, thế chắc là yes. What the fuck?
Yes.
What the hell?
Yes. Yes.
Trời ơi, tốn mất bao nhiêu thời gian chỉ vì những cái từ no, no and yes, yes. Hết chưa? Hết chưa? Từ từ, để xem nào. Mình đang xem từ. Ok. Hết rồi mọi người ơi. Yes. Rồi làm nào nữa? Oh, cancel. Làm nào nữa? Xong rồi nè. Contact. Find that. Yes. Oh my god, nổi hết da gà ra. Nữa thì nâu rồi, xem thế nào. Không đánh được nữa mọi người ạ. What the fuck? User offline mới đâu tôi. Wow, tức là cái đứa mà đây không phải là thanh tra, mà là cái thằng con của hai người đấy, con của Eve. Sao nữa? Thỏa mãn quá mọi người ơi. Mình đã gọi là cố gắng gọi là để phá đảo toàn bộ. Yeah, phá đảo sạch sẽ luôn. Mình siêu thật đấy. Có từ finish không? Không có. End. Đây, sẽ dừng lại ở từ end này và sẽ screenshot. Ok, vậy là mình đã xong series này rồi. Trời ơi, thật là một cái game rất hay. Rất hay. Recommend mọi người chơi. Và mình xin hẹn gặp lại mọi người ở trong các series lần sau nha. Cho bây giờ mình sẽ log out ra thôi. Từ chờ xem credit. Starring Viva Sefrot Music. Toàn là nickname của những coder này. Hay thật. Cảm giác kiểu rất là cuốn ấy. Wow, đây là những người pre-order đã được credit ở đây. Nhiều người ra phết đấy nhở. Cái game này mình mua trên Steam. Lúc đấy là mình mua gọi là sale. Thì mình mua với giá rẻ lắm, chỉ có 2 đô hay sao ấy. Giá gốc của nó là 14 đô thì phải. Thì bây giờ thì hết sale rồi. Nhưng mà nếu mà mọi người muốn chơi thì có thể vào và download thử về. Bởi vì chơi rất hay, rất cuốn. Và nó cũng kiểu bí ẩn mà nó cũng giải trí, nó không quá là khó. Ok, thôi. Làm sao để thoát ra. Thôi nha. Thank you mọi người. BB cả nhà nha. Have a good evening.